So Doug, tell me a little bit about yourself. Why is it so important for you to reach out to people and to make a difference in those that are suffering from depression? Why do you make it so much a part of your life?
Well, for the same reason that Bill Wilson, when he recovered from alcoholism, went out and started AA and talked to every person he could find. Because I have been through the hell of this condition. It has been the defining experience of my life. I almost committed suicide before, my two godchildren came into my life. I mean, my whole purpose in life would have been over and non-existent if I had gone through with that. So,
right.
Because I've suffered with this illness, because it's been with me since I've been 18, and because I feel that I was brought back to life in order to share this information with other people. Because, one thing I have going for me that maybe a lot of psychiatrists don't is I've been there and I know the territory.
Right.
And I know the way out. So I've made this like a personal mission to go help other people.
And you have a website, correct? And I know that this website is quite comprehensive. What is that website?
It's www.healingfromdepression.com. That's
great. And how many major depressive how many major depressive episodes would you say you've been through in your lifetime?
18 at age 18, at age 26, at age 33, and at age 47. 4 of them.
4 of them.
Now I'm now 63, so this means I've been well 16 years, which is, as you can tell, longer than any of the other periods of my life.
Absolutely.
So when people tell you, or you hear that, well, the more you get depressed, the more likely you are to get depressed, don't believe it. Because with time and experience and knowledge, you can learn new skills to stay well. You're never going to be immune from it, but you can learn skills that will help you manage your symptoms so they don't become a clinical depression.
And I think in terms of giving people hope for their future, would you say that over the last 13 years that you've been in remission and you've been stable and able to just do such great things like run a depression support group, write the books that you've written, give the talks that you've given, would you say this has been one of the happier times in your life, even though you are later in your life?
Yeah, I would actually say that for me, after my life really didn't begin until after this last episode. So I would say that the most fulfilling time of my life has been since I was 47 and had this episode. So the older I've gotten, the better it's become. I want to say that because so many people in America think, well, when you get old, you fall apart.
Right.
But look at all of the people out there, the artists and the writers, the musicians who can be productive late into life. You don't have to fall apart, and decompensate as you get older. And certainly if you've had mental illness or struggle with mental illness, it doesn't have to get worse as you get older. Just the contrary. You can actually make progress, so your later years will be your best years.
That's great. And I think that's important for people to hear from the mouth of someone who not only has gone to school and learned about this, but is graduated and as an accomplished writer and experienced person through depression.
Well, the other thing I want to say is if you're going through depression, at 25 or 35, which from my perspective is relatively young, you have to realize you've got your whole life ahead of you.
Right.
You may think things that are hopeless, feel things that are hopeless, and it's not worth going on. You may be thinking about suicide or doing some self-harm. But, in your 20s and your 30s, even your 40s, you're still relatively young for this day and age.
Right.
So, you have to realize that you have your whole life ahead of you, and that although it may be hell now, once you get over this, you've got so much more to give and to live. So, it's the old thing, never give up. It's just, you cannot succumb to this. They say in AA, don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle. It's always 5 minutes before the miracle.
Yeah, that's great.
I've never seen anybody with this condition who's incurable, ever.